Ladies and gentlemen, by now I'm sure you've heard of the tragedy with the elementary school children. There was the shooting in the United States, but there was also the stabbing in China. The reality is, unfortunately, there are bad people in the world, and bad people have things wrong in their head or in their heart. And they will find a way to hurt you, hurt your loved ones. Whether it's a gun, whether it's a knife, it could be a car, it could be an explosive device. People who have ill intent, people who are looking to hurt, to kill, to maim, they will find a way to make that happen. So today I would like to share with you three things. Number one, we're going to talk about situational awareness. Number two, the difference between cover and concealment. And number three, we're going to talk about personal protection and personal safety. So the intention of this short video is to share some ideas and get a discussion going, because evil only triumphs when good people do nothing. And I can't sit still and do nothing or say nothing. So first, let's talk about awareness. Okay? So realize a couple of things. Self-defense is about staying safe. It's about protecting yourself. It doesn't mean you have to go out and hurt other people. So first thing is focusing your eyes, looking for what's going on, paying attention to what's happening. Notice a situation is weird, say something. Find someone to say it to. Something, you notice a weird sound, you notice a weird situation, step into it. Say, excuse me, is everything okay here? Is something to... Whenever I'm out in public and I hear children screaming, I always look, I always take a step towards it. Even when I'm out running, minding my own business, I still take a step towards it because I want to make sure everything is on the up and up. I want to make sure I get a good vibe about what's happening. Even if I'm not going to do anything, I can call someone, I can call the police, I can alert them to what's going on. So focusing my eyes means I got to pay attention to what's going on around me. If I see a situation, what time of day is it? What direction were they going? What was the type of vehicle? What was the person wearing? What information can I give to the authorities to help them find this person? Number two, focus my ears. I got to be listening to what's going on. Listen to what people are talking about. You notice somebody's upset, they're agitated, they're talking about how they want to harm other people. That needs to be reported, that needs to be shared, something needs to be done with it. Don't just hold it to yourself and go, oh, well, I'm sure he didn't mean it. I'm sure he was just blowing off steam. It's always better to err on the side of caution than to allow a tragedy to occur. Number three is focus my mind, is recognizing that bad people are going to try to do things. Bad people are going to bring drama into your life. You need to figure out not why are they doing this, how do I stop this? How do I end this? How do I redirect it? How do I deflect it? How do I make myself a hard target? Doesn't mean I have to become hard. It just means I have to be aware. It doesn't mean I have to be paying attention. So having my mind realize that when I'm driving in strange parts of the city or parts of the country at 2 a.m., maybe I should be aware of myself and look around a little bit more. Maybe I should be on alert. Not just, oh, I have a right, it's my country, and I'm just going to drive around and do what I want when I want. And last one, focus my body, is learning about how to use your body to assert yourself, how to speak up, how to stand strong, and have the physical tools to protect yourself. So, awareness, there's physical, using my body, my eyes, my ears, and my mind. Number two is the idea of cover versus concealment. And so I'll use some space inside my school. Let me show you the blue pads. So the blue pads right there, giant big foam pads, is that cover or is that concealment? Well, you need to understand, cover is something that stops bullets. Concealment is something that stops somebody from seeing you. So if I am concealed, you can't see me. But if you shoot, the bullets will find me. Cover stops a bullet. So hiding behind a car door, that's more concealment than it is cover. Hiding behind an engine block, that's more cover as well as concealment. This is the idea of recognizing the difference. So when we're in a self-defense situation, a lot of schools, they'll have the students go into lockdown and they'll freeze, they'll stay where they are, they'll huddle, they'll hide. And that may work as long as the police get there fast enough, as long as the police are armed and they can stop the assailant. On the assailant side, having everybody stuck inside a room makes it very easy to start popping targets, to walk in and just paint the room and go through and take everybody out. So let me show you, just go around the corner of the blue pads, notice this box, notice this space. If there was a group of people hiding inside this space, it would be very, very dangerous for them if I was the bad guy and I saw them. And that leads me to the last piece, the attitude towards self-defense. Self-defense is about developing your own personal power, being able to assert yourself and being able to control your environment. It does not mean that I have to throw the first punch. It does not mean that I have to be aggressive. It does not mean that I have to take the fight to you before you take it to me. What it means is I have the ability to protect myself and stay safe. That may be by using my words, it may be by having safe habits, but it may also be by carrying weapons on my person, maybe by training my body to become a weapon. There is a price if you develop your personal power, if you develop the ability to stand yourself up. It means it's hard to control you. It's hard for other people to tell you what to do and you just cower like sheep. See, the reality is somebody comes into a school with a gun. Nobody on campus is allowed to have a gun except a security officer. What if all of the teachers had guns? What if several people on site had guns? Would that change a bad guy's attitude if he knew going into a school system all the teachers had weapons? But understand, if we're going to arm the teachers, more training, more headache on them, more expectation on them, then they're going to want more pay, the unions are going to want more responsibility, and we literally start to shift our schools sort of kind of into a war zone. But here's the question for you. Would you rather have overprotection or underprotection? Now, we're fortunate we live in a country where it's not an everyday occurrence that someone comes in and shoots up a school. But when it does happen, it's tragic because the comments I've seen from my friends on Facebook and from others, I don't understand, it's so senseless. How could someone shoot small innocent children? Well, the reality is, unfortunately, some people will shoot small innocent children. So what are we going to do as a society? Are we going to bury our head? Are we going to turtle and just say, nope, let's take the weapons away from everyone? Because last time I checked, bad guys don't care what the law is. Bad guys are going to do what they're going to do. So if we make it harder and harder for our citizens to arm themselves, then it makes it easier for the criminals to have an unarmed public to go after. That does require, if we're going to arm our citizens or allow access, we as a society need to step up. Would you rather have big citizens and small government, or big government and small citizens? Now, as a martial artist, I can tell you my job is to ask questions and to help you to grow your capability for you and your family. It's not my job to tell you what to think. It's not my job to control you. It's my job just to ask questions and provide solutions if you're looking. So I'm here to serve. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know, reach out. If you want to argue with me, we can have that conversation too, that's fine. But evil triumphs when good men do nothing, and good women do nothing. So let me ask you this. Rather than trying to stop someone by taking weapons away, what are you doing to increase security for yourself, for your friends, for your family? What are you doing to help the world? So you step forward, I'll support you. I've stepped forward, please support me. And let's make the world a safer place. Let's develop the personal power in every single person. Let's give everyone the strength, the resourcefulness, the intelligence, and the compassion to live and love and engage life, but also to have clear boundaries and to say what is unacceptable when somebody decides to step out and commit violence, especially on the most innocent and the most cherished, our children. So thank you for your time and attention. You make it an outstanding day.